Morning and welcome to this week's vlog. So you may be able to see that I am in Mallorca and I've come here to ride the new Scott foil for the first time, which I'm really excited about. And so right now I'm doing lots of training under the guidance of my coach Jacob Tipper. Put a link to his services down below. He's a former national champion on the track. You know, really knows his stuff, and he's got a master's in sports science as well, so he's sort of got a good science background which gels well with me because I have a science background as well. And he's helping me prepare for a number of events this year, including the Fred Whitton Challenge, which is in 3 weeks from now. So as part of that training, see how I'm progressing, I've got to do an FTP test, and I'm going to go do it on Sa Calobra. So hopefully I don't embarrass myself and I do the new Scott justice as well. You can't ride a bike like that slow. So just riding over to Sa Calobra now to do my FTP test. There's like different ways you can do an FTP test. You can do 12-minute ones or 20-minute ones. They're pretty popular, and then people take off a percentage, usually 5%, and just extrapolate it to get their FTP or the power they can do for an hour. Gone for the Endura road seat today. The new one has hopefully a marginal gain. Also rocking the Rule 28 aero socks as well. Gains. Plus they look pretty cool, I think. Yeah, I think they look cool. Do you think they look cool?
Yeah, I'd wear them regardless.
Yeah.
I'd be like that guy that wears them to the gym. I'm just saying. My spin class.
Yeah.
There's always one that's fully lycred up, isn't there?
Yep. So we were here when? End of November, yeah?
November.
And I was on the Ultimate hill climb bike. The foil is about 2 kilograms heavier than the Ultimate hill climb bike, but I think I'm about 2 kilograms lighter today. So maybe, I don't know. But unfortunately, I don't have Elliot and Joe, those two hitters, to lead me out this time. So yeah, interesting to see. That's the other thing as well. If you ride Sa Calobra, unless you've got a car, you got to ride at an absolute mission to get out to it. I'm getting my excuses in early. Jordan's hitting the cake before we get to Sa Calobra, but I'm gonna reward myself with the cake after I've done Sa Calobra.
I've had cake twice, maybe even 3 times.
Living the dream, mate, living the dream.
Always.
Just at the bottom of Sa Calobra now. Jordan's at the top, ready to start filming, and gonna crack on with my effort now, so a bit nervous. The main difference between when I did this last time is just how busy it is at this time of year. So in November it's dead quiet, and that's amazing, but right now, look, it's just like, who are all these guys? And there's loads of cars and buses, which I'm a bit worried about might slow me down, but is what it is. We'll just crack on with the effort. So where I'm timing the climb is from sign to sign, so there, the sign at the top, so I'm just gonna spin round, get a bit of a run up onto the sign and go.
Go, 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 you're up 45. Push, 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 push. Round 2, how was it? You're looking good.
Oh, 31 again. 31.
How was the traffic? Seemed like there was a lot of buses on it.
I had to stop twice.
Yeah.
So that's probably like 30 seconds. There was this idiot driver in a Fiat 500 who, every time there was a gap big enough to get a bloody Cadillac through, this Fiat 500 decided to stop and not leaving a gap for me. And that happened twice. So annoying. But did good on the first half. Was like way ahead up on last time, but I didn't go too hard. Like, it was just good conditions. Then I had to sort of stop in the second half a couple of times, which was really annoying. And I just really suffered without having a lead out man to follow on the wheel. I just really suffered and lost that minute. Probably lost like a minute and 20 in the second half of the time. So, you know, happy with my effort. Like, I did as well as I could have done today, I think. But yeah, have to come back now.
Third time lucky.
Yeah, man.
So it's post Sa Calobra commiseration cake.
Again. I don't.
Making a habit of this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Should we just find another challenge?
Yeah, do
that. Let's find something else.
Literally just wait
Right,
for a day
smash
where
the
there's
cake.
like a...
So, post FTP test, my average power for the 30-minute effort was 315 watts, which means that when we extrapolate that, we can roughly estimate that my FTP is currently around 305 watts, which is pretty good, although it has been higher in the past, so still got some work to do to improve it, but I'm happy with the effort I did. I went as sort of hard as I can. And for those of you who are wondering about power, or maybe don't ride with power yourselves, or wondering how that compares to sort of a pro, you know, I am not a pro, and physiologically I couldn't be a pro. Let's make no illusions there. So typically a pro would be looking to, of my weight, which is at the moment about 69 kilos, would be looking to do around 370 to 400 watts for that kind of length effort, and that would be, you know, very, very, very good indeed. Chris Froome would do even more than that. Chris Froome would be like 400 plus, so that's pretty cool. But so I'm pleased with that. My training's going well, and there's some more intensity that I can do now to build on that. A lot of the work I've been doing at this point has been base work. So a little bit of advice for when you do an FTP test, which I've got from Coach Tipper, is that it's a good idea to set off and sort of look at what you do for the first 5 minutes and gauge it based on your sort of heart rate and exertion at that point, and see that if you think that you need to raise it slightly for the rest of the effort, or knock it back a bit if you're really starting to blow. But you should be trying to sort of you know, leave nothing on the line when you do an FTP test and get as much out of yourself as you can. But sometimes it can be a bit unpredictable as to how to pace it. Yesterday I died a little bit towards the end, but it's better, almost better with a, you know, when you're testing yourself, I guess, to sort of find that limit and do that rather than just finish the end and be like, oh, could have done more. I am a little bit disappointed not to have gone under 30 minutes as my secondary goal, and I did the same time as last time, sort of 31. But and I compared the Strava data as well to the previous run, and on the faster, flatter sections I felt like it was giving me a benefit, and Strava suggests it was as well, because I was actually doing PRs and stuff on those sections and faster than I was on the Cannondale. So excuses, right? I got stopped behind a couple of cars, which cost me maybe 20-30 seconds, and I didn't have a lead out, and my bike was a little bit heavier. Maybe if all those things didn't happen, maybe I could have got 30. No, they're all excuses. The real reason I didn't get 30 is because I just didn't produce enough power today. As simple as that. Like, yeah, I'm not going to make silly excuses. I just wasn't powerful enough. But I know I'm gonna come back because I know it's possible now. I've turned a corner. I know that I can do a sub 30 minute on Sa Calobra, so it's a goal. It's an ongoing goal, an ongoing project, but I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna have a go. On to competition time. Thanks for all your name suggestions for the bike. Been sort of out here with some mates and we were reading them the other night and cracking up because some of them are absolutely hilarious. The Raptor. It's pretty funny. And so, yeah, worthy of mention, I think I've picked some out. So Tonus Baronis says, Ollie, call your bike your mum. So it'd be like, going for a ride on your mum. Your mum. Which is, definitely appeals to my childish sense of humour, but it's not going to work, I don't think, because it's just going to get confusing for your mum when I'm going for a ride on your mum. So I'm probably have to go for something else. Also, GP came up with Bikey McBikeface. A couple of other people wrote that. I would have been really disappointed if no one had put on the internet had put Bikey McBikeface. Doesn't get old, that joke's funny. But I'm going to go with Ross the Ninja, who wrote Gwyneth. Has to be. So I think, yeah, after the 7 reference, I think it's quite cool, quite a good bit of continuity. We'll go with that. I like it. I quite like that, calling a bike Gwyneth, and like the connection. So just get in contact with the email address in the description, Ross the Ninja, and we'll send you a helmet, and hopefully that will aid you and make your ninja endeavours more safe when you're jumping around doing ninja things. Anyway, this week there, unfortunately, sorry to disappoint you, there's no competition because I haven't been able to get a prize sourced because I'm out here in Mallorca. But rest assured, normal service will resume next week, and there'll be an extra good prize. So yeah, until then, next Monday, I'll see you. And if you haven't already, you better subscribe to the Cycling Weekly channel. Right, I'm gonna get a coffee now. See ya. Jordan, why are you riding down the road with a pan on your handlebars?
When I come to countries, I like to bake my own bread.
Quickly cycling to our mate's villa because they got a better oven to bake the sourdough.